Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everyone, depending on where it is when you watch this. This is Daddy Dragon, and he really has a wealth of information about the Constitution and such things. Now, this is tremendously important, what he's about to show you or show us. He's asked people to get it out there, and so I really am doing just that. But first of all, what I want to say is thank you, everyone, for liking, for sharing. That's tremendously important, to share this. And also like, I think that pushes things up as well. And also, if you haven't subscribed, to subscribe. Brexit's very much been on the radar, with Boris Johnson proroguing Parliament. And although the Scottish law is not the same as English law, and the court ruled that he hadn't got the right to do it, that was overruled actually. And in another video, Daddy Dragon shows you that. But this is vitally important, because who has been playing jiggery-pokery with the Article 50, the last two words? Okay, let's start here.
Right, this is what I think's happening, people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this document. I've done a video earlier on. I'm not going to repeat the whole video, but what I am going to do is show you, well, touch wood, I'm going to show you exactly what I think is going on.
I'll put both videos in the description box so you can watch the previous one.
So we should be sitting all off the same page at the moment, right? So this is part 2, and this is the additions, right? So Article 50, Treaty on European Union, Part 1. Now the Part 1 was what he first did. I mean, if you want to know who he is, Stanley Brodie QC, Blackstone Chambers, 3rd of June, 40 years experience at the bar, 40 years in the courts, Blackstone Chambers, very good chambers, and a highly experienced QC, not a mug, right? But then what he did was he actually, and I'm going to show you this because it's really important, so earlier on I spoke about it, he actually done a second part, right, and this is part 2, and I want you to listen and focus on what I'm saying, because this is the information we have to start putting out there, and I'm going to give you the reasons why I think that this is crucial to what's going on. Since writing part 1 of this paper, some new material...
It is absolutely crucial, because it is, well, whether you'd call it fraud with intention to deceive, I'm not quite sure what the legal term would be.
Some new material, right? So I want you to remember that, right? Just remember that. Some new material. Yeah? Remember them words. Has emerged and come to light. Come to light. Someone shone a light on it. On the 25th of March 2019, the government issued a note entitled Legislating for the Extension of Article 50. Right, I want you to listen to what I'm saying carefully. On the 25th of March, the government issued a note entitled Legislating for the Extension of Article 50, right?
And remember, we were meant to leave on March the 29th, and he's talking about March the 25th.
Now, I'm not going to go through all of this, but I'm going to put it in the chat here. It goes in to detail, but paragraph 3 provides a unanimous decision to extend this period, right? So this is the bit that you're looking at.
To extend this period. Those are the words.
Extend this period, right? This may sound a bit strange to some people, but it isn't, because I want you to understand what it is. this is what he's saying, I would suggest that the agreement used and implemented by the Prime Minister, Theresa May, Mr Barnier and President Tuck, was unlawful and ultra-vires outside of Article 50. Right? Now, there's a really crucial element here which I'm about to show you. Right? On the 14th of March, the government issued a note entitled Parameters of Extending Article 50.
That was on the 14th of March. Okay, about a note of extending the parameters.
It contained inter alia the following statement. Now this was issued by civil servants.
Yeah, that's the important bit. It was issued by civil servants.
And it was the basis of statutory instruments to extend Article 50 and to, basically do everything that they did to go past 29th of March. This is really crucial.
It is, he says, it's really crucial. It is so crucial.
Very crucial. What are the legal requirements for an Article 50 extension set out in the EU treaties? Right. The Article 50 period is set at 2 years unless, as provided for in Article 50, and then they've got quotation, the European Council, in agreement with the member state concerned, unanimously decide to extend it. Stop quotation. Article 50 does not establish any upper limits on the length of an extension. However, given the Article 50 period is explicitly time limited, any extension would have to set a specific, and this is what he's saying, specific end date, because it's necessary for reasons of legal certainty to be clear on the date with which the UK will leave the EU, right? Now, this is what he says, and this is a 40 years QC exemplary record in the profession. It is at this point that there occurs a curious mishap.
Very interesting words he uses. A curious mishap.
The first and second lines of the quotation purport to be an accurate reproduction of Article 50. They are not. If one looks at Article 50, it is apparent that the last three words of paragraph 3 are extend this period.
Okay, did you get that? That those last three words were of Article 50. Extend this paragraph 3, extend this period.
But in the quotation, the last two words are extend it.
Yeah. That's the difference that was put forward by the civil servants. Extend it. Rather than what was written originally in extend this period.
So the version put out by the civil servants was false.
False. Falsified by the civil servants.
The differences in meaning between the two versions were considerable, right? The true version, A, which is in front of you now on the screen, under this version, the EC, a European community, and the member state can agree to extend this period. This period is a 2-year period, after which the member state ceases to be a member of the European Union automatically.
Right. Under this version, the EC and the member state can agree to extend this period, in quotes. This period is the 2-year period after which the member state ceases to be a member of the EU automatically. So at the 2-year period, they cease to be a member automatically. Okay, carry on.
But it would not, hang on, but it would appear that the power to extend Article 50 can only be used once. This period appears to be limited.
Right. Can only be used once. But it would appear that the power to extend Article 50 can only be used once. ONCE. See, in quotes, this period appears to be limited to the 2-year period.
To the 2-year period, making it clear that no further extensions to Article 50 could be made.
Yes, making it clear that no further extensions to Article 50 could be made. That would certainly curtail any power to make any further extensions.
That would certainly curtail any power to make any further extensions. The false version, here it is. Right. The last 4 words of this, and let me tell you something, at the end of this I'm going to tell you something that I think is going to blow a lot of people, right? And I do mean blow a lot of people. B, the false version. The last 4 words of this version of Article 50 now read, decides to extend it.
Those listening, the false version, Daddy Dragon reads, the last 4 words of this version of Article 50 now read, in quotes, decides to end it. End of quotes.
The wording of this version is apt to enable the Prime Minister to seek as many extensions to the Article 50 process as she wishes.
Right, I'll read that. The wording of this version is apt to enable the Prime Minister to seek as many extensions to Article 50 process as she wishes. That was Theresa May. She is no longer inhibited by the restrictions contained in Article 50.
She is no longer inhibited by the restrictions contained in Article 50. It is relevant to point out that in the parameters paper there appears this statement at paragraph 2. This paper provides a factual summary to inform Parliament's debate on that motion.
So I'll reread that bit in quotes. This paper provides a factual summary to inform Parliament's debate on that motion.
Listen to this again, right? This paper provides a factual summary to inform Parliament's debate on that motion. So the civil servants responsible for briefing Parliament to enable an informed debate to take place themselves were misleading it.
Yes, were themselves. So the civil servants responsible for briefing Parliament to enable an informed debate to take place themselves were misleading it. The alteration to the text of Article 50 and of the proviso to paragraph 3 must have been deliberate. Must have been deliberate.
The alteration of the text of Article 50 and of proviso to paragraph 3 must have been deliberate. That is fraud. The beneficiary of this misconduct was the Prime Minister.
Yes, the beneficiary of this misconduct.
Theresa May, who could and did arrange for extensions of time without hindrance. The text of the parameters paper makes it clear that the civil servants had no qualms about extensions or their supposed length and legal foundation of October the 31st, 2019, the latest.
Yes, the civil servants had no qualms about extensions.
This is truly alarming state of affairs, and it should be exposed sooner rather than later.
Yeah, this is a truly alarming state of affairs. It should be exposed sooner rather than later.
That, my friends, is a very powerful statement, right? Now,
I shall put this in the description box because it is of paramount and absolute importance. Who is running the government? It seems to me the civil servants. How civil are they is another matter, and they sure are not servants to the people. 17.4 million people voted to leave, and their votes have been trashed by the civil servants. Here he's explained it fully with the text up there. This is Katannya Alven saying God bless, have a great rest of the day, evening, morning, whatever it is. Okay, these things must be shown up for the evil that they are. Please share this to as many people as you can. Okay, Katannya Alven saying God bless. Bye-bye.